welcome to the second part of our webinar on managing stress in the workplace. Now, now this part is a little bit shorter than the first portion because we don't have to take the test anymore, and these are just like some tips for you to manage stress in general. So, let me get down to it. Okay, so these are the 10 tips to manage stress. Number one, focus on the big picture. Every time that there is a stressful situation that you have, you always have to remember why you started in the first place. I always tell my students who are like studying nursing that if they encounter some hardships along the way, like it's very difficult for them to do the demonstration, return demonstration, for the reporting, the case presentation, the research, the thesis, whatever requirements that you have right now, whatever you're doing, you always go back when when it's very, very difficult. You always have to go back to the reason why you're doing it in the first place. You have to focus on that, what's the big idea, what's the big picture. And that is this talks about motivation. If you feel motivated on what you do, even though it's very difficult, you'll be able to you'll be able to finish it. Okay, so it will help alleviate your stress if you know why you're doing what you're doing. So once again, focus on the big picture. Remember why you started it in the first place. Okay, the second one is take breaks. Anne Lamott has stated almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Now, as you can see, the photo that I used in the background when I say take breaks is a walk in the forest. Okay, so the reason for that is because when I say take breaks, it doesn't mean like, just taking break from the classes that you have. When I say take a break, I mean, change your scenery. Like, do not use social media when you're taking a break, because if you do that, it's really not taking a break. It's adding more stress in your minds. Have you ever seen social media as a source of stress? So it's not good to do, let's say, use your breaks, your school breaks, or your work breaks for browsing the internet, because that will only add to your stress, especially if you see your bashers. Wow, famous. Only famous people get bashers. Like a lot of bashers, okay? Anyway, so take breaks, okay? So maybe walk. Next is, yeah, for password number 2, okay? For those who would want to get a certificate, you need to go back. If this is the first video that you've seen, this is already the part 2 of this webinar. So you need to watch the first webinar, which is a little bit longer, and get the password number 1. Okay, so you need that once you fill up the forms, the evaluation forms, because that will ask of you 2 passwords. So this is the second password. You can just write it down now, and yeah, so you need it. Everyone needs a breather right now. Okay, third is get enough sleep. Okay, so many people, especially those workaholics out there, hi. If you're a workaholic, can you comment? Introduce yourself in the comment section below, because I relate to you. For some of us who are like workaholics, it's like we don't sleep. Okay, so some people even think that sleep is a waste of time. But as I've told you, sometimes the most productive thing that you can do at the moment is to relax or to rest or to sleep. And one of the best relaxation technique or stress relieving activity is sleep, because when you sleep, everything is recharged. So and because many of us really lack sleep. So what about you? Do you feel that you lack sleep? So 6 hours of sleep every day is necessary. Of course, Some will even say that 6 to 8 hours, depending on your age. Okay, so for some, they even have like 10 hours of sleep. I envy you because I guess my normal sleep hours is 4. And I know that that is not the right amount. So it takes a toll on my body. So if you are not getting enough sleep, please do that. If you have like free time, you can take naps, like power naps. It can really help you de-stress, de-stress. Okay, next is number 4. Thing that you can do is to exercise. Now I'm gonna teach you some breathing exercise that I've learned, and that this can help you if you're like doing your if you're in your online classes, and if you're feeling a little bit sleepy. For example, your classes are like after lunch and you're very sleepy. You can maybe turn off your video for a while and then do some breathing exercises. So this breathing exercises that I will teach you is very, very simple. So all you need to do with your hands on your sides, okay? So that is the first position. So you raise your arms on the sides and up. So, and then that is your breathe in, okay, together with breathe in, and then breathe out once your hands or arms are above your head. And then what you do next is you push upward to the ceiling and breathing in. At once you have reached the most you can now breathe out as your arms go back to your sides. Okay, let's do the exercise together. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, reach to the ceiling, breathe out to the side. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay. So these are some breathing exercises that you can do. Another set of exercises that you can do for your tense muscles are metric exercise. One isotonic exercise you can do is your turning of head from side to side. Okay. Okay, that is a good exercise. Now, for if you want to exercise those tense muscles, and you do some isometric exercises, all you need to do is to put your instead of doing this, or just doing this, you put your fingers on your temple, and then you are doing this action. Okay. However, this one is, stopping your head. So, okay. So there's a tension there. Okay. That tension is actually an exercise already. And just hold that tension for 5 seconds or even 10 seconds and then release. And then you will feel a relief in that area, and then do it on the next one. So you're doing this action, but this one is trying to stop it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay. You will feel some tension now releasing. Okay. So another one that you can do is I want you to um, remember that your spine. This is the exercise of your for your spinal column. So imagine that on your spinal column, there's like a hand there. Okay, and just press that. So when you do that pressing, you have your chest out, and like your back is like tight. Okay, so it's as if there's a hand in your back that you're like grabbing. So let's do that. Okay, contract. Let's grab that hand in between that back. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay, so once you release, you will feel that like relief. Okay, so those are some exercises that you can do Even in your workplace, if you're sitting down in front of your computer and it feels a little bit overwhelming already, and you need to take a breather and you need to do some exercises, so you can do those exercises, breathing exercises, isometric exercises, even if you are on your seats. Okay. So, yeah, it really helps. Of course, if you can do running, just like many of you who have their time, like you have a mini gym at home, then do that. But if you don't have that, then you can do some, exercises even while you're at work. Okay. Next is the sign. So you have to do the hard thing first, hard things first. So most of the time we do procrastinate, and because you do procrastinate the things which are actually harder to do, so there is this at the back of your mind, the tension for that stressful thing that you need to do that you haven't done yet still looms. But if you did that during the first first um uh time that you could, for example, there's a project and you know that that's like quite a difficult project, so you have to do that first, prioritize that, so that the rest of the little things can be done after that hard thing. Because once you do the hard thing in the morning, it's like easier to do the smaller things, okay? Because you are already able to accomplish the harder things, okay? So when you do your prioritization, you prioritize the harder thing, because when you start with that, you have more energy, you have more focus, because it's like in the morning, as compared to avoiding that task and doing that at night where you're exhausted by the little things. So yeah, focus on the hard things first, so that can relieve a lot of also that anxiety that looms because you're not yet finished with that difficult task. Okay, another is number 6, treat yourself. So I don't know how do you pamper yourself during this pandemic. So I, for one, just give me a coffee uh, and a book to read, and I'm good to go. Or it could be like, for example, for some, maybe you need a massage, but I don't know if your place allows that already. So that can be a treat to yourself. But you need that. You need to take a break. So not just taking a break from the work, but you need to treat yourself so that you get restarted. There is like this phase where you're all relaxed. Okay, next is number 7, connect with your support system. Now it's very important for us to have our very own support system. I don't know about you, who are the people that support you, but this is my support system. This photo right here. So I have my husband and my family. So they are my support system whenever I feel overwhelmed. So I just ask them to come to our house to, because I cooked something for them, or maybe we will go to their house and just, bring something for the family to share. So yeah, so that's one of the things where or the ways for you to be, to relieve your stress from work. Another is, simple conversation with people who love you can actually be a great stress reliever. So let's say, for example, you had your work, like you're overwhelmed in your work. When you come home, you just, get on the phone, talk to your significant others, tell them what happened. This is like very simple, but in reality, many of us forget to do this because yeah, we're so caught up in many things. Like, for example, you want to watch Netflix, you want to know uh, you want to know what happened to, like, the series that you've been watching. So or you want to watch the news. But more than that, maybe it's better for you to just, turn the gadgets off and, talk with each other. In our home, we don't have a television for that reason, because when people come, they are not distracted by the TV. So, we get to talk because that is off, so yeah, so that's another um, thing that you can do. Another tip for you to manage stress is to create a to feel list. I know that each of us, because of the demands in our work, we have a to do list. I don't know about you, but I have a weekly to do list and also a daily to do list. And then I have this one which I caught from a webinar, that another webinar. I don't know what webinar that is, but for us to create a to feel list. This is in the morning. Uh, before you look at your to dos, maybe you should talk to yourself first and tell yourself what you need to feel for the day, because we don't want our feelings leading us, if you know what I mean. But instead we want to lead our feelings. We don't want our feelings managing our day. Like, for example, when you wake up, you don't feel that good, you don't want that feeling to stay on you throughout the day, but instead you want to manage that feeling already. Like, if you woke up and you feel like you don't have motivation, those days where we just you just feel like it's a lazy day. Okay, but you need to accomplish something for the day, so you have to like have this to feel list. So today I will feel empowered. Yeah. So you need like, today I will feel invincible. So maybe you can try something new, that's something that you're afraid of, so that's creating a to feel list. Like in the morning, getting on the right mindset, that's like, half the battle. Because if you're right there in the morning, so the rest of the day tends to turn out good. Okay, so that is the one of the things that I can suggest for you to have lesser stress. Next up is learn to say no. So look at the photo that I placed here. To do list, everything. So this is something that I learned. Because I'm also that kind of person who wants to micromanage everything. Because when you want, I've been hearing this for a while, that if you want something done right, you need to do it yourself. But in reality, there are things that maybe you can do better than others, but you cannot accommodate that in your schedule. Let me give an example. Um, One of the things that I don't know, I like doing aside from cooking, the second maybe household chore that I like is washing the clothes. I don't know. I mean that after I wash the clothes, I feel very accomplished after they are on the uh yeah, so when I see the clothes and they're drying and they smell good, so I feel accomplished. However, however, because of the workload, because in my to-do list I have a lot of things that I cannot delegate. These things are the things that only I can do, so I have to prioritize them. As for the laundry, maybe there are some people who can do it for me. Maybe not up to the standards that I expect when I do it, but because I cannot accommodate that anymore in my schedule of prioritized, hierarchy. So I need to delegate it. Yeah. So this is something that I've learned. Just because you can do everything, you should do everything. Because I tried doing it before and I was burnt out because I want to be good at everything. Like I cook, I show like I do some recipes and all that, and then I want to do the laundry also, and I want to have a good career, also have a study. And if you want to do all those things, then I still want to read books, I still want to watch the latest series. So if you want to do all those things, and you cannot. Okay, so where is the time to sleep? So you have to learn to say no to the things that are not as important as other things. Okay, and learn to trust the people around you, to delegate and give them, space to like make mistakes. Don't put your very high standards on their shoulders, because if you do that, you will be disappointed because they might not live up to your expectations. So you have to like maybe caution yourself on, raising your expectations too much, because you will get frustrated and you will eventually take that job back. Have you ever done that? For those who are control freaks, or have you ever done that, like delegated something to someone and when they underperformed, you took it back? So yeah, so that will cause you to have like a lot of stress. So I know that it's not easy to trust people with things that we normally do, but you need to do it for your own benefit, or else you will die young. Okay, next is, okay, this is number 10. This is something that is like crucial to have a hobby, or pastime, something that is not in the line of work that you have. Maybe it's a board game, or maybe it's something beneficial for others. Or I read, and I do vlogs, just like I do webinars. So I one of my hobbies is, could that be a hobby? One of the skills that I think I possess is public speaking, and that's why this channel was created to also express those skill, and not just that, but also to help others who would want to discover their own skill, and also impart some knowledge along the way. So yeah, so what are your hobbies? Maybe can start planting, ooh, gardening. So many of us took on gardening during the pandemic. Some now are baking. Some people are even selling their whatever they baked. I mean, yeah, whatever they cooked. So some use their love of K-pop, Korean culture, by cultivating their Korean cuisine. So, and they sell those to other people. So maybe that's a hobby that you can take up, or I don't know. So carpentry, maybe. So yeah, so take on a hobby that is not in your line of work, so that you can have like a day for your hobby, so that you can have a rest. That can be your rest day. Okay, so I don't know about you, but for us, it's like Scrabble. So we love playing Scrabble, Organ Attack, and yeah, those are Monopoly. So those are the some of the games that we do play. So we play a lot of board games. Okay, so those are the 10 tips for you to manage stress. Don't forget your two password. The first one on the first webinar, and the second one here. I did not mention it, but it was flashed. So please look it up in this webinar in the slides that I have. Okay, so you for those of you who are here for the first time and you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel. It's Everyday Learner. You can hit that subscribe button. If you're a new subscriber, please comment down below some of the webinars that you would want me to do, some suggestions if you have some, and maybe we'll be choosing you. It will be the 1 year anniversary of Everyday Learner. So yeah, I think this is our anniversary month. Yeah, so this is last year during the pandemic, after when the lockdown was initiated. That was the time that the channel was created. My husband helped me in the promotion of the channel and creating of the channel, and also he's my official uh, photographer, videographer, cameraman, whatever. So he also helps you promote some of this channel. So hi to my husband. Hi, Yam. Okay, so yeah, so thank you so much. And then yeah, for our subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with us despite of the fact that we have not posted new webinars yet in this channel for quite some time. For your suggestions for those webinars, just write it on the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining the Managing Stress in the Workplace webinar, and I hope that you get your certificates, e-certificates soon. If you have queries, if you have questions, we have an FB page for Everyday Learner PH. Okay, so you can go there and post your question. Somebody will respond to you. It may not be me; it may be part of one of the people from our team. So if you have queries, you can go to that, like our page, and then message us there. Okay, thank you so much, and have a nice day. I hope that you are COVID-free, staying safe, wearing your mask and your shield, and washing your hands, and doing social distancing. So do not be complacent, because COVID is real. Okay, so guys, bye for now, and I'll see you on the next webinar. Toodles.